Students, welcome to the Income Tax Law and Practice class with me. Today's topic is going to be sums in exempted payment. First off, we will start off with gratuity sums. We will see a few sums under the topic gratuity. Mr. A, an employee of the central government, receives rupees 92,000 as gratuity at the time of his retirement on 31/12/2019. What is the taxable gratuity? Second one, does it make a difference if he joins a private company on 11/1/2020? So the solution for this sum is, as we had seen in the rules and regulations regarding gratuity under IT in the previous class, because he is a central government employee, the gratuity that he receives when he retires is exempted from tax. So the full amount, 92,000 as gratuity that he receives, because he is a central government employee, it is exempted from tax. Second case, if he joins another private company after his retirement, will it make a difference is the question. There will be no difference because he is going to join a private limited company after his retirement. So only if he is working in a private company, then it's going to be taxed, because he is working in a government company before his retirement itself. It is not going to be making any difference. After his retirement, he can join any company, that is his wish. So it doesn't affect the gratuity that is going to be exempted from tax. So this is the first sum that we have seen. Sum number 2. Mr. G retires from service on 30/11/2019 after putting in 30 years and 7 months of service. He receives 1,80,000 as gratuity under the Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. His salary, including DA, at the time of retirement was rupees 7,800 per month. Calculate the taxable gratuity. So this is not a person who is working under the government, so it's a private company, but it is also said that he is paid under the Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. So based on that rule, we are going to do the work out the sum. So first, to find out, to start off the sum, we have to see clearly whether he is paid under the Gratuity Act or not. So in this sum, it clearly says that he is paid under the Gratuity Act. So first off, we will start off with the salary calculation. Salary is equal to basic plus DA. So in this sum, they have already said that the basic and DA at the time of his retirement is 7,800. Next, we have to see how much of years of service he has put in. So according to our rule, they say in this particular topic, that is under the Gratuity Act, according to the sum, we have to see how many years of service plus how many months he has worked, because it says if he has worked for more than 6 months, it can be taken as a full year. So in our case, in this sum, he has worked for 30 years and 7 months. So we will treat it as 31 years of service. So that the 7 months is also calculated as 1 full year. So we are taking it as 31 years of service. So when you come to the computation of taxable gratuity, so you can open up a column like this, just like how we have done the previous sums. So you start off with the actual gratuity received. Actual gratuity received is 1,80,000. From this, according to the rule, if he is under the Gratuity Act, there are 3 types of exemptions that we can provide under the section 1010. The first exemption is the actual amount, which you put in the inner column, 1,80,000. Second exemption is 15/26 into last salary, last earned salary, into completed years of service and part thereof. So 15/26 into what is the last salary that we've calculated, 7,800, into the number of years of service that we have already seen is 31 years. So if you calculate that, it comes up to 1,39,500. Third exemption that is given in the rule is notified amount, which is 20 lakhs. So this year the notified amount has been changed. Till last year it was 10 lakhs. Now it is changed to 20 lakhs. So the notified amount is 20 lakhs. It's a fixed amount. So that you take in the inner column. So out of these three values, that is 1,80,000, 1,39,500 and 20 lakhs, which is the least amount that will be exempted. Now, which is the least in these three? It is 1,39,500. So that you will take to the outer column, minus it from the actual gratuity amount that the person has received. So that will become 40,500. This will be the taxable gratuity that is going to be taxed under Mr. G's name. This is how you have to work out the gratuity sum. Coming to another sum, just like the previous sum, after serving for 33 years and 9 months in Bharat Chemical Limited, Mr. X, who is covered under the Gratuity Act, retires from service on 31/11/2019. The employer pays a gratuity of 3 lakhs. His monthly salary at retirement was rupees 10,000 basic, DA 3,000, HRA 1,300. Calculate the taxable gratuity. So again, in this sum also we know that he is under the Gratuity Act. So when you calculate salary, it is basic plus DA. So it is 10,000 plus 3,000. HRA should be ignored. For calculating gratuity, basic plus DA is enough. So 10,000 plus 3,000, that is 13,000 is his salary. Next is the period of service. How many years he has worked? 33 years and 9 months he has worked. 9 months is more than 6 months, so we take it as 1 full year. So he has worked for a period of 34 years. That is our note calculation. Next we come to the computation of taxable gratuity. So again you open up columns like this. You say first one is actual gratuity received is 3 lakhs. Under the exemption, there are 3 exemptions that we saw in the earlier sum also. So exemption number 1 is the actual amount 3 lakhs. Exemption number 2 is 15/26 into last salary into completed years of service. So 15/26 into 13,000 that we have calculated into 34 years of service, that also we have calculated and kept. So if you calculate this, you will get 2,55,000. Next is third one is the notified amount, which is 20 lakhs. So that you take to the outer column. So out of these 3 amounts, which is the least amount, 2,55,000, you're taking that to the outermost column. So in there you have to minus it from 3 lakhs that you have received as gratuity. So when you do that, you get a taxable gratuity as 45,000. So this is how gratuity sum is calculated in case he is under the Gratuity Act. Now we'll see another sum. Mr. L retires on 21/10/2019. He receives a gratuity of 1,20,000. He served the company for 26 years and 8 months. At retirement, his salary was rupees 5,000 per month. But the average salary for 10 months preceding his retirement was 4,800 per month. He is not covered under the Gratuity Act. So in this sum, we are going to see how to calculate gratuity, taxable gratuity, if the person is not covered under the Gratuity Act. So in the solution, we have to see whether he is covered or not. So he is not covered under the Gratuity Act. So there are 3 other different types of exemptions that we have to understand. Computation of taxable gratuity. So first we write actual gratuity received is 1,20,000. Then according to the exemption, 3 exemptions that are there, actual amount is 1,20,000 again. Second exemption is 1/2 into 10 months average salary into calculated years of service. So 1.5 into 10 months average salary. In our question itself, they have given to you saying average salary for 10 months preceding his retirement is 4,800, that is 4,800 per month. So 4,800, take that into number of years of service, completed years of service is 26 years and 8 months. So where if he is not covered under the Gratuity Act, you should always remember it is only the completed years of service and not the part thereof. So it doesn't say any months calculation. So what we need to do is we have to calculate only the number of years he has actually completed. So it is only 26 years. So 1 by 2 into 4,800 into 26 years. That will come up to 62,400. Next, the notified amount remains the same, 20,000. Take that to the outer column. So out of these three, which is the least amount, 62,400. Take it to the outermost column and minus the exemption rate. You will get 57,600. So that is going to be your taxable gratuity. This is how you have to do a sum if the person is not covered under the Gratuity Act. Okay, now we are going to see another sum under not covered under Gratuity Act. Shri A, who is not covered by the Gratuity Act, receives a gratuity of rupees 2,88,000 when he retires on 23 June 2019 after 34 years of service, 9 months and 23 days. His last drawn salary emoluments are as follows. Basic pay is 16,000 per month. Annual increment if basic pay rupees 1,000 per month, which falls due on 1st of January every year. What is the amount of gratuity exempted? So first off, we have to see whether he is covered under gratuity or not. So in this sum, we know that he is not covered under gratuity. So in that case, there are three different types of exemptions that we have to understand. So first, we will start off with the calculation of salary because a lot of information is given to us under salary part. So when we are calculating salary for a person who is not under the Gratuity Act, we have to calculate the average salary for 10 months preceding the month of his retirement. So he is retiring on June 23, 2019, that is June month. So preceding to June month, there are 10 months we have to calculate how much of salary he has earned. So preceding to June, which is the month, it is May. Before May, it is April. Before that, it is March. Then it is February. Then it is January of 2019. So 5 months in the year 2019, he has received 16,000 as salary per month. So 16,000 into 5, which is 80,000 is his salary in the year 2019. Okay, so now 5 months we have taken. Before January 2019, December 2018 would have been his month of receiving his payment. Okay, so in that month, increment wouldn't have been there because it's every 1st of January only he is getting an increment. So in the month of January, if he is getting an increment and it is coming up to 16,000, then in the month of December, he would have received only 15,000 as his salary. Okay, so we will take it as 15,000 salary and we will calculate it for the previous 5 months before January. So December, November, October, September and August of 2018, he would have received 15,000 as salary. So we'll take 15,000 into 5 months, which is 75,000. So a total of 10 months we have received. We have arrived. So before June 2019, previous to that 10 months we are calculating. So we have come up to a calculation of total salary of 1,55,000. So 1,55,000 divided by 10 will give you your average salary for 10 months. Because it is average salary for 10 months, 10 months average salary is taken as 1,55,000 divided by 10, which is 15,500. That is your salary. Keep it aside. Now come to the next calculation. Period of service. 34 years, 9 months and 23 days. But according to not under the Gratuity Act rule, we are going to take only number of years of service he has completed. We will not be considering the part thereof. So only 34 years of service we will take into consideration. So when you go to the calculation part, computation of taxable gratuity. So just like the usual format, take actual gratuity received 2,88,000 minus your exemption under section 1010. Number 1, actual amount is 2,88,000. Second exemption, 1 by 2 into 10 months average salary into completed years of service. So what is the 10 months average salary that we have found out? It is 15,500. into number of years of service is 34 years. So that will come up to a amount of 2,63,500. The third exemption rate is notified amount of 20 lakhs, sorry. So you take that to the outer column. Now out of these three, which is the smallest or which is the lesser value? It is 2,63,500. That take 2,63,500 to the outer column, minus it from the actual amount that you've received as gratuity. The taxable gratuity will be 24,500. So you first you have to see whether he is under the Gratuity Act or not, and then apply the rule for whether he is under the Gratuity Act or not. So if it is not under the gratuity, you have to make sure the average salary for 10 months is calculated beforehand, and also need to remember the completed years of service, the months calculation will not be applicable. So this is how you have to work out the taxable gratuity sums. Thank you, students. I hope you have understood the sums under the topic gratuity, which is part of the exempted payments or under the head salary. So please make sure you study the rule before you work out the sums and understand the rules clearly, so that you will know what is the different types of exemptions, or what are the different exemptions that will apply in case of gratuity. So please go through the video again and again for you to understand the sums clearly. Watch and learn. Please make sure you see the video again and again and learn it carefully. Thank you, students.